Okay, welcome, everybody. Welcome to Valley. Um, today we have a special guest, and then yes, it's Valley, and then she's in non-profit area, and then I did find it very interesting to invite Valerie on board because I know she's been doing that for quite a long time, and yeah. Valley, welcome. So
Thank you.
you're welcome. So tell me about your journey. How did you start it?
Yeah, it's an interesting journey. It started with a book. Uh, I picked up this book on Haiti. I didn't know a thing about Haiti. I didn't even know where it was on the map at that time. And I really became intrigued by the whole history and really by the people and just how determined they were through the years to overcome so many obstacles. Uh, I put the book back on the shelf, but it kept nudging me, and I was returning to it. And eventually, I thought, I just really want to go visit Haiti and meet these people. Um, so I saw a course at my local university on Haiti that at the end of the course, you take a week and go there. And so I signed up, and in 1998, I first stepped onto the tarmac in Haiti.
Wow,
Uh,
nice,
mhm.
nice. And what happened after that?
I was traveling with college students, and many of them had never experienced seeing that kind of poverty um, up close and personal. And so quickly they started suggesting ways that they could help the country and jumping into fixing the problem. And my question to them became, well, what is help really? What is help? Not how we see it, but by the people that you're trying to help. Uh, it's kind of like not the golden rule of do to others what you'd have them do to you, but how do they want to be treated? So over time, I decided that that was only a question that I could find an answer to by coming to live in Haiti. And so that's exactly what I did. A few years later, I graduated university and I came back to live in Haiti.
Wow, nice. I have to say that I didn't know when you were living in Haiti for sure, and Haiti was so this time not the same as today, but it was great. So um
Mm-hmm.
tell me when you were living in Haiti, like for any foreign coming, going down there in Haiti, how they feel when they are living over there, not visiting, but how they feel versus United States.
Well, there definitely was some culture shock, as you can
Okay.
imagine. Uh, uh, Personally, I really felt very welcomed, but there were some things that were challenging. Um, you know, I assumed that other international people or a government would be there for the purpose of helping their people to rise. And really, that's not what I encountered. Um, that there wasn't this effort to help people rise out of poverty, even from a lot of the international people I encountered, which was really just disturbing and really starting to understand how sometimes our good intentions actually cause harm or don't help people to rise up. And when I would visit, I would try to visit grassroots efforts in Port-au-Prince, and there is such a culture of dependency on foreign intervention. So when I would try to ask these groups, what do you want to see for yourself or your country? They would turn the question around and try to ask me, what did I want for them? Or if they said, well, we'd like to build a church, and I might say, well, where would you like to build it? And they'd say, well, wherever you would like us to build it.
Yeah. So in our culture, I mean, since we were at school like back in Haiti, so I know in the US, when you go to the US, when you are leaving to the US, or you were about like to graduate, anything like this, it's more about the vision. And then so by living in the US, so I start understanding, so you should have like a vision for anything that you're doing. And then in Haiti, we don't have that really with student with any, I mean, at school they don't teach that for sure. And then that's why when you ask them this kind of question, and then they feel like, oh, you should be the one deciding, not me. So that's why. But why did you choose like you were saying something?
That's okay. Go ahead and ask your question.
Yeah. And then why did you choose Jacmel? And how did that started? Like why did you choose Jacmel? Like I mean with Mizak, all that, and then I mean with HAPI, the name of the nonprofit. Tell me.
Ah, yes. Well, that's another interesting story. So I was, networking by email with people whom I'd never met, who said to me, Valerie, if you don't get out of the city, you don't know the real Haiti. And they suggested to me that I contact Paul Prévost and observe the work that he was doing with women in rural Haiti. Now, the problem was when I asked them, how do I get in touch with Paul, or where does he live? They didn't remember. So at the time, I was working at Walls International Guest House, and I went to the woman I was working with, co-managing with, and I asked Gertrude, I said, do you happen to know a guy named Paul Prévost? And she said, yes. She said, actually, he brings these little crafts into our gift shop, and he comes through about once a month to collect the money and to give us new stock. She said, just watch for this guy with the scar running down his cheek, and that's Paul.
Yeah.
So every day I just kept watching who's coming to the guest house store. And one day he walked in, and I introduced myself, and I said, can I come home with you? And he said, sure. And I followed him to Mizak, this little community above Jacmel. And he took me to visit these women who were very low literacy, who were just making these little sisal angels. And I had a chance to interview them. And the interview was entirely different than anything I encountered in the city of Port-au-Prince. Because when I asked them what did they enjoy most about what they were doing, I'm thinking they're going to say, well, we're making money. But that's not what they said. It was all about, we're getting respect. We're getting respect at home with our husbands. We're not having as much domestic abuse because they know we can contribute in our households. And I can hold my head up when I walk in the marketplace because the merchants know that I have purchasing power. So that gives me respect, and it gives me respect with my neighbors when I can help them out with a cup of sugar. So it really was, alleviating poverty is not about just filling an empty plate, but it's about restoring that sense of respect and dignity to people. And Paul and I, then we walked out of that setting with these women, and while we'd been inside, there was a long line in the road. And so I said to Paul, what's that line about? And he said, oh, that's the free food line. It was a faith-based organization. He said, I feel ashamed every day when I look out and see that line in my community. He said, you know, Valerie, the missionaries really want us to live, but we want to grow. And I always say that was sort of my epiphany on the mountain, the simple but profound answer to what is help really. And it's really empowering people to achieve their potential.
Yeah, that's really great. And in Haiti, so women when they not only feel like they have power, but when they have the willpower they can buy, they also like help the husband. They help the family too. You see what I mean? And then if they can't like really buy anything, and then the husband feel like, oh, he's the king of the house, and then so the respect, so they're not gonna feel respected. And then sometimes this is what brings like domestic violence, all that. So in Haiti,
Correct.
yeah, that's I mean, so but let me ask you, I know like with Happy, mostly you focus like on women since then, but how's that going for now with Happy?
Yes. Well, originally we did start with economic empowerment of women, helping them to produce something that they could resell in the international market. And so we were originally Haitian Artisans for Peace International. Over time, other needs and desires of the community were expressed through these women in medical care and vocational training. They saw a lot of their friends, their daughters, you know, struggling through childbirth. Some of them weren't making it. And they also, while getting a little bit of money, making an artisan product was okay for where they were at in their lives. That's not the future they wanted for their sons and daughters. And so we began to shift to meet those new objectives, so that now we refer to ourselves, we're still Happy, but we're Haitian Assets for Peace International. And I do have to tell one really moving story. I will say at first I was reluctant to get into healthcare. It's not an area that I personally had a lot of knowledge about. But I was in Haiti 6 weeks after the 2010 earthquake. And you know, that was a time of crisis. And so we were doing an intervention. We were purchasing food and redistributing it through children and parents. And so on this very busy, crazy day where we are preparing for the distribution and we have hundreds of people on the property, this woman came to Paul's porch and she was in labor. And there was no time to go anywhere. And so we had a few nurses that were accompanying me, and they set up these tarps, these blue tarps on a section of Paul's porch. So the woman is literally on the concrete in labor.
I remember I was there.
Yeah. So, and unfortunately, one of the nurses came out and she said, Valerie, we have to get her to a hospital. She's hemorrhaging. The placenta has pulled away and she's hemorrhaging. And again, this is 6 weeks after an earthquake, that there's no paved road up the mountain. You know, there's holes big enough to swallow a small car. There's hardly any cars in Mizak. It's more donkeys. And, you know, somehow we managed to find a tap-tap driver. We get this woman and her husband loaded in the vehicle. We send them off down the road. And 10 minutes later, they drive back to the gate. And the driver steps out, you know, and he's holding the stillborn infant. And he says, where's your trash?
Wow. Yeah.
And that really just touched me. And that really was when the decision was made that we are going to move forward into healthcare. So it came out of those women. So we are not working directly with artisans anymore, but we are realizing the dreams that they expressed to me for their community.
Yeah. So, yeah, I remember this time. So it was really, I mean, it was really a sad time.
It
Even my
was.
mother, she was like
Mhm.
crying, all that. I still remember. I was over there,
Yes.
Nady and Mizak. Yep. So, I know you were in. I mean, Happy is in the education too. So,
Yes. Mhm.
how's that going over there as well?
Yeah. There's high demand for both the education and the healthcare. Um, with everything that's happened in the last few years within Haiti, it's become more and more difficult for young people to travel to the city for any kind of education beyond high school. And so more people are looking for local opportunity. We began with English as a second language, which is important to both students who are still in high school as well as those who have already graduated. Um, Students, as you know, are required to have a second language in order to to get their high school diploma. So we have some young people that seek us out for that. It's also beneficial when applying for other university, or we even have professionals. We've had attorneys, we've had engineers who come there because they recognize that if they can learn English fluently, it opens up a door of opportunity to communicate with other international people or to take other kinds of courses online even. And we additionally introduced technology. We've introduced computer technology, which when we started, it was a very difficult sell because people living on a mountain in Haiti could not understand the value of knowing how to use a computer.
Yeah.
But we've been able to bring that up within the community. And we also have practical application, things like with electricians and with plumbing and with ceramic tiling. So that ceramic tiling has been a very popular course because people can either use it for themselves and save money that way, or they can find contract jobs to do work for others. And window installation, that's another practical one. But what really is most, we have taken surveys of 200 young people, and the strongest interest is in a business entrepreneur class, which we are planning to launch this fall. And it will actually be like a 10 course certified program. So we're very excited about that as well.
Nice, nice. That's really great. That's really great. I know Happy I've been like I mean I'm witness of like seeing Happy growing over there, like help the community. And then today it's like when you are looking at Happy and then you said, oh wow, this amount of work they done over there. So it's not like Happy is building things for itself, but it's for the community. You're
Yes.
really, really helping people down there for sure. And then I know like I mean dealing with Haiti is not something like easy. I mean any country, but it's not easy. It's different like down there. But
Yeah.
Happy did it, and then I mean people are happy down there, so that's really great. But one question I always ask everyone. I know like donors I mean they wanna sponsor, they wanna help, right? And then but before that there's some donors they have like some myth. So if
Mm-hmm.
there's like any myth that you would like to debunk, what will it be?
Well, I do think that it comes up regularly about, if money really gets where it's supposed to go, does it really accomplish what it's supposed to accomplish? And certainly I can't speak for every organization, but um, I have strong confidence in the systems that we have put in place and in people that we have in place. And even from within the community, the one thing that we hear about HAPI is we can really see what you do. We can see where your money has gone. It's not just in buying a big white truck with a logo on the side, driving around the community. So, I do think that there's a lot of healthy skepticism about the handling of financial matters. And I'm proud that we have a system that is working and it's transparent. And because of that, we have been able to successfully secure, for example, some grants that have been able to advance some of the work that we're doing specifically in the healthcare side.
Yes. Nice.
Which I would like to give one little plug to a really exciting new development, which is in cardiovascular care. Hypertension is huge in Haiti. And we were seeing a lot of that within our moms in preeclampsia, but it's widespread. We're seeing so much stroke. Stroke is more than double what you have across the border in Dominican Republic, the same island.
Yeah.
And why is that? So we are really focusing in now on cardiovascular care, and a lot of that starts with training and preparing our staff, because there isn't a lot of knowledge, and we're very blessed to be working with Dr. Gideon Jelin, a cardiologist, to perform training, and with a partner, CardioStart International, helping to bring in training in EKG and ultrasound and eventually echocardiogram. So we are advancing that. That's become really a priority for us for this year, to be able to save more lives. So we're very excited about that.
Yeah, nice. So if there's like one question, if you were in my shoes, if there's one question you would like to ask yourself, what it will be?
Boy, I guess I would, what are some of the guiding principles of engagement that you have in Haiti? And to which I would answer is, one thing, don't do for someone else what they can do for themselves if they are trained and equipped. I think that that's one hole that sometimes people who go in to help, they fall into this trap of doing for others what they could do for themselves. Instead, invest in empowering others to do for themselves.
Nice.
That would be a key point of advice.
Nice, that's great. Let's say like if anyone wanna help down in Haiti, and then they wanna do that through HAPI. So what is the best way they can do that? If there's like any link, so I will still post that after that. So how they can do that?
Our Facebook page is the most current, and I do recommend that. And it's at HAPI in Mizak, the letter N in Mizak on Facebook, or you can look it up under HAPI. Also, our website, HaitianAssets.org. There's information about us. There's a donate button. As you know, it's not possible to bring teams to the ground at this point. However, I am hopeful that there may be a way to do that in the future using a missionary flight service from Port-au-Prince directly into Jacmel. Definitely what we will be interested in are medical professionals, especially in the field of cardiology. We are also in partnership with another clinic that isn't so far away that has a surgical capability. So for training and surgery, I can say that we will be looking for medical professionals.
Nice. That's great. So, and then this part, I love it so much too. It's gonna be about HAPI, from the representative of HAPI to Teddy. So now tell me, if there's one question you would like to ask me, what it will be?
And
Everybody knows I'm an immigrant. I'm from Haiti. And then, so tell me.
I would like to know, how has your why changed?
Wow, that's the first question. Never get that. My why changed from Haiti to here, or while I'm
No,
here.
I'm saying when you first started developing your business, you had a motivation, you had your why. I am wondering how that may have changed as you've progressed.
Okay. As you know, or anybody near me knows that I'm not doing things for myself. I do things for people to be happy, for people to satisfy themselves from positive side, right?
Mhm.
So whether you have a vision or not, you're gonna always see that if you are looking on the market, if you are looking on the market, you see what problem people need to solve. You're gonna set a vision. Okay, I want to solve the problem. And then as you're solving problem, you're gonna have more problem because um as a business owner, the first thing you here to do, or I am here to do, is to solve problem. After solving this problem, you're gonna find other problem, others,
Mhm.
and then that way you're gonna see your why gonna change, your vision gonna change. Like you may have like a vision for 1 year, 15 years. So and then after how you've been looking on the market and then how is everything, and then you said, you know what, so I have to change that. And then so far, and then you're gonna see like, oh, when it started, it wasn't that way. So now this is like you're moving forward. For any entrepreneur, for anybody, if you are not looking after the market, like or looking into the market, for sure, I'm telling you, so it's kind of like a wash. You're not gonna make it. But and then as well for any entrepreneur, I know you wanna help two guys, and then I mean happy is here, so you can still help. I believe in helping people who can't really like help themselves. They don't have like any way they can help themselves, but at least if you can do something, it can be like you talk to them, at least that's gonna help them about their mindset. It's not always money, but it's, I mean, whatever help you
Mhm.
can give, that's really good. You can share that with your friend, you can share that with your family, your kids. I mean, so when everything's good down there, so you can like get on the mission down there and get a trip down there, and then as you can help. If you can go send something, and yeah.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
so let's see. I've been thinking about this question, but so far personally, after everything you've been done in Haiti, how do you feel now? Not from the beginning, but now. How do you feel from everything that's been done in Haiti with HAPI?
I feel really blessed, honestly. It's little things. It's not always the big things. Sure, we may achieve a goal on a maternity clinic, and people might think that that's what's the most rewarding. But honestly, it's more the individual lives and seeing how people have grown, or seeing the next generation who sort of grew up in that community with HAPI now. Just to give you one example, we had a young person who went to dental school in Port-au-Prince who came back to us. She grew up in Isaac. She saw our dental teams come in. They set up a clinic. We have it had it run by Haitian dentist. And she came and she said, I really want to give back to my community with what I've learned, could I do my internship with HAPI? And she's not the only young person who, when I first went to MESAC was, running around the yard. And now they're young adults and they're coming back and saying, we want to give back to our community and we'd like to do it through HAPI. And that just really touches my heart. That's what you want. You want that generational change. And so I'm really pleased actually.
Nice.
Where things are.
Nice. That's really, really great. And then HAPI is doing so many things down there. And I'm happy, I'm proud, and I believe like so many donors, they are happy. I know so many donors they help and then down there, and then people are happy, they are thankful about that. So Valerie, thank you. And
Yes.
then that was a pleasure for having you today. I'm talking about HAPI. HAPI is a nonprofit organization helping people down in Haiti, specifically in MESAC, Jacmel. So it's really like so many things like this community is growing right now, and then I'm happy to have you once again. And if anybody wanna donate, so go down there on this link, you know what to do. Okay, guys. So thank you. So that was a pleasure for having you today.
Yeah, thank you, Teddy.